Well, at least PureFlix puts us up in a nice place.
Yes.
I got to tell you, years ago I was playing Cincinnati, Milner Motel. I called the front desk because a roach shot across my leg while I was laying in bed. This is what the guy says. I said, "You got roaches in your room." He goes, "You're lucky it wasn't a rat."
Really? That's what he said?
I'm not kidding you. You're lucky it wasn't a rat, and he hangs up on me.
Welcome to PureFlix Comedy All-Stars. Tonight's host, Jeff Allen. Get ready to laugh with Tom Simmons, Scotty K, and Drew Thomas. You have a front row seat for PureFlix Comedy All-Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Allen.
Okay. Thank you. I got to tell you, I'm a grandfather. I am a grandfather now of 4 grandbabies, 4. And I got to tell you, young parents, anybody out there that's a young parent, trust me, everything they told me about grandchildren is true. But you forget, parents, you've never been sicker in your life till you spent time around little children. They go to preschool and they suck up every germ known to mankind. They're little petri dishes. They're fungal magnets. If you went to an American preschool and shut off all the lights and turned on a black light, it would look like the surface of the sun in that place. Bubbling, jumping, gurgling, burbling. They give stuff to each other. Give this one to your papa. And she'll wait till I'm sleeping on the couch and crawl on my chest and sit there and stare at me while I'm sleeping. And because of gravity, everything in her mouth is splashing on my face. It's like sleeping under a toxic rain pipe, Kool-Aid, cookie crumbs. Soon as I open an eyeball, Papa, this is from Tommy. Pooh, oh, that's Ebola. I haven't had that one yet. Make sure you thank little Tommy. Another weekend on the commode. I can't wait. And the worst is when they take a drink out of your water. My gosh, they hand it back. You got a 6-course meal floating around the top of it. Well, I think Papa will get a new water. Water shouldn't have 40 grams of fiber in it. But the birthdays are amazing. The birthdays are amazing. We just 4 years old. She just had her 4th birthday. We had it at our house. She got so excited at the sight of the balloons and everything. She knew it was for her. She ran down the hall in a full sprint and then plowed right into a wall. And I only tell you this because after shows, people ask me, what sort of stuff makes you laugh? That would be one of them right there. That's my oldest sons, my grandbabies, my oldest son. We didn't know if we were going to get him. He was in the Army for 6 years. He served 6 years with the 101st Airborne. Thank you. Thank you. So we pick him up at Fort Campbell. We're driving back, and I ask him, I said, what are your plans now that you're out of the Army? He says, well, I was kind of hoping I can move back home while I reacclimate to civilian life. I says, you've earned it. Take all the time you need. Well, 19 months into the acclimating process, Tammy grabs me in the hall and says, how long does it take to acclimate? I said, I don't know, I never had to. She says, go downstairs and find out. So I walk downstairs politely, I ask him, pause the video game, I need your full attention on this one. Mom and I were curious, did the Army teach you a skill, something you can use to get employment and move out? I want you to understand something, son, we want grandbabies. We've earned the right to have grandbabies. And we worship a God of miracles. We believe out of 3 billion women on this planet, God has chosen one of those women for you. We just don't think she's going to fall through the vent and land in your lap down here in the basement. Call me a cynic, but I don't think it's going to happen. So did you learn anything? He looks at me and says, I can kill you 6 ways with a popsicle stick. All right, you enjoy that video game, my man, and let your mom and I know when you're done acclimating. So I go upstairs, and Tammy says, what'd he say? He said, get rid of those fudgesicles because he's going on a diet. That's what I heard. I'm telling you, it was the food. I was ready to build a trough in the kitchen to feed that boy. Tammy and I started hiding food in our bedroom to keep it from our son. We had a stash of brownies and muffins next to our bed. So we'd go in our room late at night and lock the bedroom door. Now, he may have thought we were doing something else, but we were just under those covers eating brownies and laughing at him. You hit 50, your life gets pathetic. It really does. The brownies are here. Woohoo! We'd run down the hall holding hands. Lock the door. Hurry. He's going to smell these and want one. I know it. Run. Truth be known, that's all we do in bed anymore anyway, is eat. We bought a select comfort bed. Don't know if you're familiar with that, but each side of the bed has a number. The higher the number, the harder the mattress, lower the number, the softer the mattress. My number is 100 marble slab. Just getting ready for the morgue, folks. Tammy's number is 2. First night she laid on her side of the bed, she literally disappeared from my view. Mattress wrapped around her like a flour tortilla. Poor thing was sleeping in a fajita on her side of the bed. I rolled over to kiss her goodnight. I fell into a ditch. I couldn't get out. I'm laying there. She's like, get off of me. What are you doing over here? Get off of me. By the way, if you're a newlywed, that's the sound of 30 years of love right there. You're on my hair. You haven't shaved. Your breath smells. Stop touching me. Yuck. You guys have been great. God bless you. Thank you. Hey, keep your applause going for one of your own from Greensboro, North Carolina, Mr. Tom Simmons, folks.
Thank you.
Tom Simmons.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
Give it up for Jeff, you guys. Let him know. All right. So let's start like this. You guys care about the world? Right? 8 of you? Perfect. All right. That's actually why I worry about it, right? I have a little boy, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm worried about the future. Name my son Owen, because that's what we figure we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives. Yeah, those things aren't cheap, man. People are like, dude, you got to start saving for his college pronto. That's 30 grand a year minimum. Like 30 grand? Well, then he's going to be home college. Yeah. He's going to the North Carolina School of Home College is where he's going. We're going to teach him that money's not important. I love him, right? So I worry about the future for him, and I think he's worried about it too. His favorite new show that he found on Netflix is his survival show, Man vs. Wild. Any of y'all know this show? They take this guy, Bear Grylls, they drop him in some sort of crazy survival situation, and then he lives off his own urine and insects for a week. I walk in the room, the guy's carving a camel open for shelter for the night. I'm just like, Owen, what do you need Man vs. Wild for? You're just a little boy. It's like, I don't know. Something crazy might happen like you're always talking about. She'll teach us how to survive in the wild. Like, dude, you couldn't even survive in this house if mommy didn't get you everything. Seriously, I'm gonna get a camera. We could do boy versus this house. You'll be dead by the end of the weekend. And there is food in the refrigerator right now. Really? You're gonna eat bugs to survive? Crack it, please, okay? You won't even eat a peanut butter and jelly if we don't cut the crust off for you first. He's clueless. I love him, but he's clueless. He's got it made, my son. He doesn't even realize how lucky he's had it as a little boy. All right, first of all, he has a father who believes in nonviolence, which he tests all the time. It's amazing, right? How the whole day can turn around. Everybody's happy, laughter's in the air, and then put his shoes on. Let's go. Martin Luther King had kids. He was committed to nonviolence. How did he do it? Like, let's go. Put your shoes on or we are marching. Oh, they won't eat their vegetables again, Coretta. Grab the picket signs. Here we go, around the kitchen. Eat your peas. Eat your peas. Give peas a chance. Okay. Yeah. Nonviolence is hard, right? It's hard. And if you read about it, right, Martin Luther King, Jesus, Gandhi, they all say the same thing. If you want to see nonviolence and peace in the world, first you have to be it in yourself, right? And then it reflects to you to the rest of the world. So I believe that, and I'm trying it. It's just hard. I was reading about Gandhi, something that stuck with him, with his dad. When he was growing up in nonviolence, he got in a bunch of trouble at school. His dad comes out from meeting with the administrators. He's furious with Gandhi. He's like, all right, Gandhi, obviously, I'm not doing a good enough job as a father. And he punished himself, and he walked the 10 miles back from the school, and that stuck with Gandhi somehow. I'm reading that like, well, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I live like a mile from the school, and I'm not doing that. Yeah. But it stuck with me, right? And he's like 5 or 6, and he's not listening. I'm getting super frustrated. Finally, I'm like, all right, Owen, obviously, your mother is not doing a good enough job. Listen to me. That's not true, obviously. My wife's the best, man. I married the girl of my dreams. She's the coolest. She's funny, too. After my son was born, she goes, I want to get a tattoo of his name on my foot or my ankle, which I think is cool. But I've known my wife a long time. She has no tattoos, so I'm giving her crap like, that's cool, baby, get a tattoo. But I don't see any Tom tattoos on you anywhere. She goes, yeah, I know, but this is our son. This is permanent. Yes. She is hilarious and honest. It's weird, right? It's up to me and my wife to teach my boy about the world, right? He looks to us to teach him about the world, and all I know is I don't know. How am I supposed to explain that to him? Pay attention to me, oh. Look at me. Everything Daddy teaches you from here on out might be wrong. So make sure you double check with Mommy, because apparently she knows everything. Closest I've been able to come to a truth, right, reading a bunch of different religions and philosophies, is love, right? Everybody agrees. All the greats agree that the answer is love. All of them. Buddha, Jesus, Einstein, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Dave Matthews, right? They all say, right, all we got to do is love one another. Just love everybody. And I want to love everybody. I really do. But man, have you met everybody? I haven't even met everybody, and I don't like quite a few of them already. Jesus never sat in traffic. That is my point of view. Yeah, it's easy to love your neighbor when he's 3 sheep fields away. You know? Like, have you seen Frank? No, I haven't seen him in months. I love that guy. He's great. And I want to love, right? I mean, can y'all love everybody? Yes. I can't even love my friends and family all the time. My wife's the most beautiful angel on this planet, and I can't love her 24/7. Right? Some of y'all are in love in here. You ever be riding together in a car when you're both hungry? Yeah, it's hard to maintain that love the whole time, isn't it? Even if the argument's only going on in your head, it is going on again. Like, where do you want to eat today? Oh, I don't care. Anywhere. Cool. How about some Chinese? No, I don't want Chinese. You literally just said anywhere 2 seconds ago. Every day we go through this. Why are you going left? You know perfectly well. All the restaurants I go down here on the right. Like, oh, man, we should eat an hour ago. I'm getting there. No, you're in this guy's bumper. You know I hate it when you drive this way. Please slow down. You're only doing this to be a jerk. The speed limit's already 35. You're going to get another ticket. We can't afford another ticket. Our insurance went up. Why are you parking over here when the shade is clearly over there? It's just lunch! Yes. I get out of the car. I find myself coveting my neighbor's wife. You know, she looks so quiet from a distance. Thank you very much, you guys. Take care of each other. Good night.
All right. Tom Simmons, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Simmons. Yes. All right, keep your applause going. All the way from L.A., Mr. Scotty K.
What's up, North Carolina? How you guys doing? It is good to be home. I'm from L.A. That's Leeds, Alabama. So, okay, I'll tell you why I look like this, okay? My dad is actually full-blooded Norwegian, okay? My mom is Scotch-Irish, all right? So my middle name is SPF 90. I'm white. Look, I'm so white, what do me and my black friends have in common? Yeah, we ain't going to the beach. Look, the white people are like, did he say that? And the black people are like, that's funny. That's funny. Keep it real. Just keeping it real. That's how I'm going to be E.T. My dad's a pastor, too. I'm a preacher's kid, right? Yeah, and grew up Baptist, too. I grew up Baptist. We got any other Baptists in the house tonight? Of course, it's North Carolina. Like, you ever heard of a guy named Billy Graham? Okay. Nothing. Okay. Catholics? Got Catholics here? Any Catholics? Okay, cool. What else? What else we got? Okay, someone said Methodist. Okay, look, Methodist is the same as Baptist. I don't know if, well, the only difference is you guys wave at each other coming out of the liquor store. Okay, so. No, I tell you what, I loved growing up the way I did. It was kind of unusual. A lot of people ask me, they're like, hey, your dad's a pastor. What does he think about you doing comedy? I'm like, well, he didn't have a problem with it at all. I really do. Okay, because like I don't know about you guys, but I'm a Christian, and I really believe that God came here and He sent His Son like for us to have a life, an abundant life, is what it says. Okay, right? Cannot get a witness. Okay, so look at that. I'm like, like I said, look. Look, black people are like, look, Holy Ghost. White people are like, seizure. Okay, so. Let's just pray for this section right here. No, but I do believe we're supposed to have an abundant life, and included in that is humor. Don't you believe? I like humor. And I believe this. I think Jesus probably had them, he loved humor, right? And he hung out with 12 guys, okay? Think about this. 13 men together, you know they were cutting up, having a good time, right? They're like, throw Jesus in the lake. Let's see if he gets wet this time. You know, it... Right? Guys do that. We cut up. We have a good time. Right? No, I can see him sitting around the campfire. All of a sudden, it's like, Jesus. He goes, that wasn't me. No. That was Peter. Yes, it was. Oh, he'll deny it 3 times. But that was Peter. That's a good crowd. Wow, I was going to say, Thomas, you don't believe anything. And Judas, are you going to tell somebody? Right. I'm surprised I made it this long on stage, right? Because I have ADD, all right? I have a thing, it stands for attention. Are we in a warehouse? Right, I have ADD, and I'll say this. It's funny that different generations, like when I talk about that, right? Anyone who's over 50 years old, right? You guys are like, I didn't exist in my generation. Right? It did, okay? Now, I went to school as a counselor. I used to be a counselor, so a therapist, work with kids. And it's funny, I do have ADD, ADHD, and it's squirrel, basically what it is. And I read the medical journal. It just came out with a report. Like, if you're over 50, there's been research. The reason why it didn't exist in your generation is, according to the medical journals that I've read recently, is because your parents had a belt. Okay, so, right? A little bit different now. When you have a kid now, parents are like, oh, he's got ADD. Really? What medication should we put him on? Really? We got to worry about his feelings because everyone gets a trophy. Yeah, I see you back there. Can you imagine your parents being told that, right? It's like, your son has ADD, right? Back in the day, your dad's like, well, I'll tell you what, Doc. I don't know. I do not know what that is, but I guarantee he won't have it tomorrow. Hey, you guys are awesome. Thanks a lot. I'm Scotty K.
Yeah! Scotty K, folks. Scotty K. Yeah. All right, well, no sense in stopping. Let's keep the train moving, man. Welcome to the stage, all the way from Bronx, New York, the Bronx Bomber, Mr. Drew Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
How's everybody doing? I'm so happy to be here. This is the type of crowd I like because this represents the new America that we live in. We're in the South. And people look at race a little different in the South, but I don't look at race the same way other people look at race. White people and black people, we need to work together because there's more Mexicans coming. And it's up to us to hold the fort down, and we need to work on our relationship and become better friends, is what I'm saying. You sit at home and watch TV, and they always telling you about the hole in the ozone, and I'm like, what about the one in the fence? Who's on that project? Fix the hole in the fence first. So I've learned that you can't watch TV and learn about each other. You got to go to each other's houses and learn from each other's cultures. I like that. I travel around. This is what I do for a living. I got friends from all walks of life, and I'll share with you some of the things that I've observed. White people that have houses with 3 garage doors. That's where you keep your spaceship. A lot of people don't know that. They think it's for golf carts and boats, but that's where you keep your spaceship because you're going to leave Earth and go to another planet, and I'm coming. And I try to tell my black friends all the time, you need white friends with spaceships. White people are cool, but they only going to take 1 black person per spaceship. And I don't want to be the only black person on the new planet. God forbid somebody's moon rock come up missing. Here we go with this foolishness again. I didn't come here for this. And it makes flying stressful because I fly a lot being a comic. I flew in today, and flying is stressful because they don't know the face of terrorism. They make up the rules as they go along. First it was fingernail file, no fingernail file. Scissors, no scissors. Bullets, no guns. You could only have 3 ounces of lotion. I need more than 3 ounces of lotion. I'm black. And you can't use hotel lotion. This is the worst lotion on the face of the earth. You put it in your hands, it never makes it to your knuckles. Now the new rules, they don't check kids under 12, they don't check older people over 75, but they check me every time I'm flying. I flew in today, I'm coming through security, there's a kid in the line, he was Indian, Arab, Jungle Book, I couldn't tell what he was. And he's wearing these shoes that the kids are wearing that are blinking, but I'm the only one that noticed that the shoes were counting down. And I'm like, if these shoes get to 3, I'm chopping this kid in the throat. I'm not waiting for these shoes to get all the way down to 1. They said, if you see something, say something. I'm saying something. Check them shoes. They at 6 right now. So the kid go through, then the older gentleman go through, then it's my turn. They pull me to the side. They got to do secondary security check. They go get this TSA guy bigger than me. He comes up behind me, puts on the blue rubber gloves, snaps them in my ear as he proceeds to tell me in a low tone, I'm gonna take these 2 fingers, I'm gonna rub them on your chest, go down to your belly button, put 2 in your waistband, come around to the front, pat you down your leg, come up your other leg, kiss you on the back of your neck. And the only choice I had was, do you want this done here or inside the glass room? This is the stuff I don't need. This is why I need to settle down and get off the road. But it's hard to find a wife. Where do you go to find a wife? Nightclubs? I don't like going to nightclubs. Everybody in the nightclub is a liar. The men are lying, the women are lying. You got older women in the club trying to look young, but you know they older because they got that vaccine mark on their arm. And you are nowhere near 25 with that vaccine mark on your arm. But marriage is scary. It's a major decision. You only want to do it once. And the part that scares me the most about marriage is the fact that men and women don't look at marriage the same way. When women talk about marriage, it's a happy occasion. I'm getting married. I got my ring. I got my colors picked out. I got 4 of my fat friends to stand next to me. It's gonna be a beautiful day. No, their dress is ugly, mine is pretty. But it's not the same for the men. When men talk about marriage with our friends, it sounds like something you get diagnosed with. Did you hear what happened to Charles? No, what? He's getting married. No! I just seen him last week. When did he find out? She told him yesterday at dinner. Is there anything that we could do for him? No, the invitations already went out. There's nothing we can do. Charles is terminal. All her cousins know it. But the older I get, I realize in life that you don't want to die alone, and it makes you open-minded. You have to be open-minded to dating people from different races, different religions, different age ranges. I used to date a Muslim girl. She came to me early in the relationship and said, would you consider becoming Muslim so we could get married? And I said, no, I'm Christian. I just want 1 wife and a girlfriend. Who wants 4 wives? But does that make me a bad person? No, I go through this struggle every day. Matter of fact, the other day, I was in a gas station, and I picked up a couple items, came to like $5.65. I gave the guy behind the counter a $10 bill. I'm standing there waiting for $4.35 change. He starts to give me change for $100. All of a sudden, I got a decision to make. Instantly, Evil Drew and Good Drew popped up on my shoulders. They're gonna help me with the decision. Evil Drew said, take the change and snatch the register. And I'm like, this guy's crazy, get out of here. And Good Drew was like, don't be a fool, just take the change. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
That's my time.
Yeah. Drew, ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand? Drew Thomas. All right, keep your applause going for Tom Simmons, Scotty K.